Have you ever wondered how to identify and defend yourself against the manipulations we face daily in our relationships and environment? In this video, we will explore the powerful manipulation strategies and how to apply the lessons of Stoicism to protect our integrity and well-being. Get ready to discover how to face these challenges with clarity and strength. Don't miss any strategy and join this journey towards self-knowledge and resistance. Subscribe so you don't miss a single detail of this valuable information. Number 1. Social isolation. When we talk about the strategy of social isolation, we enter a terrain where manipulators seek to detach yourself a little from your closest ties, whether family, friends, or any support network you have. This process does not occur abruptly, but is subtly woven through sowing seeds of doubt in your relationships. They begin by questioning the loyalty and good intentions of those around you, thus undermining the trust you have in them. Over time, the manipulator weaves a web that traps you, persuading you so that you spend more time exclusively with him, putting others down in the process. The defense against this tactic lies in maintaining constant communication with your social circles, reinforcing the emotional ties that bind you to them and establishing clear limits that prevent the manipulator from having absolute control over you. Trust your instincts if you notice warning signs and remember that you are not alone, your loved ones are there to support you. Number 2. Reality distortion. Reality distortion, also known as gaslighting, is a manipulative tactic that seeks to undermine your confidence in your own perception and sanity. The manipulator uses various tricks to make you doubt the veracity of your experiences and memories, thus creating an environment where your reality is constantly questioned. This individual may deny obvious facts, misrepresent situations, or minimize your feelings, all with the goal of undermining your self-confidence and control over your own life. To defend against this tactic, it is crucial to trust your intuition and keep a detailed record of events, conversations, and your own emotions. Remember that your reality is valid and deserves to be respected and listened to. Don't let anyone make you doubt yourself, because only you have the power to define your own truth. Number 3. Blame. The blaming strategy is a powerful weapon that manipulators use to deflect responsibility for their own actions or emotions onto you, constantly leaving you feeling guilty. Phrases like "you make me feel bad when you don't do what I ask" or "if you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have reacted like that" are clear indicators of this tactic. It is essential that before taking blame for something, you take a moment to honestly reflect on whether you are truly responsible for the situation or whether you are being unfairly accused. Learn to express your emotions clearly and assertively, and establish firm boundaries that protect your emotional well-being. Remember that it is important to recognize and accept your own responsibility in legitimate situations, but it is also essential not to allow others to make you take the blame for something that does not belong to you. Number 4. Logical fallacies. When we enter the realm of logical fallacies, we are faced with a manipulative tactic in which perpetrators use arguments that appear reasonable, but are actually based on errors in logic. These can range from personal attacks to unwarranted generalizations or simple unfounded assumptions. Identifying these fallacies is essential to avoid falling into the manipulator's trap. Develop sharp critical thinking, question the validity of the evidence behind the arguments presented to you, and above all, avoid resorting to these fallacies in your own discussions. Keep your dialogues focused on facts and sound logic, and do not allow rhetorical tricks to divert you from the true path of truth and reason. Remember that a clear and analytical mind is your best defense against the delusional manipulations of those who seek to confuse and control. Number 5. Ultimatums. When we face the tactic of ultimatums, we enter a terrain where the manipulator seeks to introduce decisions in an extreme way and under pressure, limiting your options to what he wants. Phrases like "if you really loved me, you would do this," or "if you don't do this, we will finish our friendship" are clear examples of this strategy. It is important to recognize that when faced with an ultimatum, you have the right and the need to take time to breathe, to reflect on the consequences of each option, and to clearly express your emotions and limits. In a healthy and balanced environment, relationships should not be plagued by threats or unjustified pressure. Learn to defend your values and your limits, and do not let yourself be carried away by emotional manipulation that seeks to restrict your freedom and your authenticity. If you're enjoying what you've seen so far, I encourage you to show your support by clicking the "I like it," which you will find just below. Your support is essential so we can continue bringing you quality content. Number 6. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is like a game of chess, where the manipulator skillfully moves the pieces of your emotions to unbalance you and get what they want. It can appeal to your deeper feelings, such as guilt, fear, or compassion, to influence your decisions and actions. The defense against this tactic lies in self-awareness. You must understand your own emotions, recognize when they are being manipulated, and establish clear boundaries that protect your emotional well-being. Always look for balance in your relationships, where honest communication and authenticity are the fundamental pillars. Never allow someone to play with your feelings or manipulate you to satisfy their own interests. Remember that your dignity and autonomy are inviolable, and you deserve relationships based on mutual respect and sincerity. Number 7. Information overload. The information overload strategy is like a torrential rain that seeks to flood your mind with an avalanche of data, often complicated or confusing, with the aim of hindering your ability to make clear and informed decisions. It's like being caught in a storm where numbers, facts, and figures flutter around you, creating confusion and overwhelm. In this situation, it is crucial that you take a moment to breathe deeply, to calm your mind and simplify the information you are receiving. Ask for clarification if necessary and seek outside opinions to help you put all the information you are processing into context. Trust your gut if something seems overwhelming or disproportionate, and remember that mental clarity is your best ally in the fight against manipulation. Number 8. Peer pressure. Peer pressure is a manipulative tactic that takes advantage of our innate desire for belonging and acceptance to influence our decisions and beliefs. It can manifest itself in various ways, from adapting our appearance to fit into a certain social group, to changing our behaviors and opinions to align with the group's expectations. The defense against this tactic lies in cultivating solid self-esteem and self-confidence, which allows us to resist external pressure and remain faithful to our principles and values. It is essential to identify when we are being influenced by group pressure and develop skills to assertively refuse, without falling into unnecessary confrontations. Surround yourself with people who value your individuality and support you on your path to authenticity and personal integrity. Number 9. Excessive flattery. The strategy of flattery excessive is like a sweet melody that seeks to caress our ego and gain our trust, and then subtly influence us towards the manipulator's desires. This individual can shower us with constant, exaggerated praise, playing on our innate need to be valued and appreciated. To protect ourselves from this tactic, it is essential to develop a healthy self-esteem and a realistic self-evaluation, which allows us to discern between genuine appreciation and manipulative flattery. Observe the context and frequency of praise, maintain a healthy emotional distance, and consult with trusted people if you have doubts about the authenticity of the manipulator's words. Remember that true value lies in honesty and integrity, and not in the empty words of those who seek to manipulate us for their own ends. Number 10. Change of theme. Imagine walking along a clear path and suddenly finding yourself trapped in a maze of words with no way out. This is the essence of the topic-changing tactic, where the manipulator constantly diverts the conversation to avoid responsibility or confuse you. Faced with this sudden turn in the talk, it is important to remain calm and firm. Try to redirect the conversation to the original issue clearly and directly, establishing your boundaries and expectations for meaningful and respectful communication. If the manipulator persists in trying to deflect the topic, don't hesitate to directly question their intentions and assert your right to an honest and constructive conversation. Remember that your voice and opinions are valuable and deserve to be heard with respect and consideration. What manipulation strategy has surprised you the most? And how will you apply the lessons of Stoicism in your life to defend yourself against them? We want to know your opinion. Leave us your thoughts or experiences in the comments section. Remember to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new content that we are preparing for you. Until next time, and may Stoic wisdom accompany you on your path to authenticity and resilience.